Alright, hey everyone, this is Ash. Welcome back to The King's Speech. So it's been a while since I've actually done a proper one of these channel updates, but I figure since we're actually now planning to get back to read-throughs and everything, now that summer is officially here, things have slowed down a bit for me at work. I will try to get back to doing these semi-regular. I think before I said I'd plan to do these potentially weekly, to kind of give you an idea of like what read-throughs and stuff are coming to the channel and stuff like that. I think the updated plans, I don't think it's really necessary for me to do these weekly. So I'll probably stick to doing these either bi-weekly or monthly, depending on how fast the read-throughs and the pacing and everything else goes. So hopefully this will be going back to a uh, semi regular schedule again the next couple of months. With that said, I just wanted to do a quick update regarding the channel with regards to read-throughs and stuff, what's coming back, what I'm doing next, answer a few questions, things like that. So first things first. So there is for the weekly readers, I figure I'll get this out at the top of the video first. So I've had a good friend, as always, my little bro, recommend me one of the new manga that's been running in Shonen Jump, which is Akane Banashi, which is the Rakugo story. So both of them have said that this is apparently very much my thing, very much something I would enjoy, and that I should read it. And so I figured I might as well do that for the channel because it has come with such high recommendations. And typically, what I'd usually do, I've done for series like Spy Family, Kaijus, I usually read the first 10-ish or so chapters that were out by that point that I usually let pile up. Then I decide if I wanted to do a read through for the channel or reaction stuff like that. But with this one, because it has come recommended like that, I figure I'll actually start this from chapter 1 and then catch up with all the current chapters because it looks like there's only 15, excuse me, out right now. So hopefully it shouldn't take me too long to catch up with this. I haven't decided if I'm going to do this all together, if I'm going to do like one video stream catching up on all 15, or if I'm just going to separate out each of the chapters into their own read-throughs. Probably leaning towards just doing each one as a separate one just to make it a little bit easier to consume, but we'll see. But yeah, so hopefully that's going to start joining the roster for Kaiju and Spy Family. With regards to Kaiju and Spy Family, expect reactions to all four of the chapters for each of the series coming out to the channel tonight. I've been meaning to get around to these earlier, but unfortunately I was sidetracked the last couple of weekends with some other personal matters, family stuff, things like that, so unfortunately didn't have a chance to get around to it. But with that said, once I catch up with it this weekend, hopefully I will actually be able to keep up with both of these series week to week as well. Like I've recommended in my Spy Family videos, if you haven't already, check out the Spy Family anime. It is gorgeously animated, adheres to the source material really well. It's a lot of fun. It's been a highlight of my week, highlight of my weekends last little while. Cannot recommend it highly enough. So if you're already a fan of the manga, or if you haven't checked out the manga, but you're curious about it, absolutely check out the anime if that's more your thing. I highly recommend it. We'll get out the video reactions for Kaiju and Spy Family today. And then with regards to read-throughs, I was planning to do catch up with Yona of the Dawn today. Unfortunately, I was more tired than I expected. Completely conked out this afternoon from exhaustion. So I figure I'll save those till next weekend. But yeah, expect. So for read-through wise, I'm going to try to limit myself to doing about 2 or 3 series simultaneously. I don't think I want to do more than that. I think 3 would be probably pushing. I think I'm going to stick to at least 2 series I'll try to do read-throughs for simultaneously. So the current plan is for Lazarus and Yona of the Dawn to be the first 2 series I want to catch up with and finish before I move on to anything else. Lazarus, that shouldn't be too hard because I know there's only a volume or 2 or so that I'm behind the releases by. So that should be pretty easy to catch up with. Yona, on the other hand, I am like significantly behind. I think there's something like 30 something volumes out, so it's going to take me a little bit longer to catch up with that. But because of the pacing and how relatively small the volumes are, I think I can manage at least 2 volumes a week. So hopefully, if I can manage to keep up that kind of pace, hopefully I should be able to catch up with that sooner rather than later. But those two are the priorities for the channel right now. So until I catch up with them, I'm not going to be reading any other series for the channel. I'm still open to recommendations though, so that doesn't mean if you want to send me a recommendation for something you want to see on the channel, doesn't mean I'm going to ignore it or not look into it. I absolutely will, and if it looks intriguing enough, I'll add it to my very, very growing backlog at this point. But yeah, do if you feel free to recommend me anything new that you might think I might like or you want to see on the channel. With regards to that, so after Lazarus and Yona, I'm also going to get around to Monstrous. I think probably mid-June because I need to reread, catch up with the series and refresh my memory of what happened, especially with the last volume because a lot of the early stuff is still fresh in my mind. I need to catch up with some of the stuff that happened in the last volume. But that one shouldn't be too bad because it's only a singular volume, comes out every few months, so it shouldn't be too hard to catch up with that either. So after that's done, I think the plan will be for the channel to try to do at least one graphic novel and one manga as the simultaneous read-throughs to the channel. That of course will change depending on what series are recommended, which ones are available that I can access, things like that. But that is kind of the ratio I want to go with, like one of each at each time. So once I'm done with Lazarus, I think the next one I want to tackle has been Black Hammer, which again has come highly recommended to me by friends I trust, and it's been one I've been meaning to pick up for a long time now. So once I'm done with Lazarus, I will make plans for getting into Black Hammer at some point. Again, once we get closer to the date, I'll let you know, like official dates, times, stuff like that for when to expect that. But that will definitely be the next one I tackle for the graphic novel section. And then after, if I catch up with Yono, or if I can find the time to squeeze another one in, I know someone has asked me about Battle Angel Alita, and they reminded me it's been over a year now since we finished with. God, I can't even remember what the hell it was. Oh, with Last Order. So yes, to assuage all your fears, I have not forgotten about Battle Angel Alita. I did plan to still do Mars Chronicle at some point, but time got away from me with the pandemic, with the hiatus and everything. I didn't even realize it'd been a year since we'd actually finished Last Order, but I do plan to get back to Mars Chronicle. I think they told me that the next volume is slated to come out soon. So I think the plan will be after Yona or maybe simultaneously alongside Yona sometime this summer, maybe end of July, start of August-ish. I'm gonna hesitantly say for now, sometime around then, I will start collecting the Mars Chronicle volumes, and I'll probably try to bring back Alita around then. But like I said, watch out for a channel update video closer to the date when I'll announce like plans and things for stuff like that. But yeah, that's kind of like the current plan for the next couple of months at least. Like I said, I'll bi-weekly update, do channel updates, in case anything changes, or to let you know like which volumes I'm doing next, when to expect video releases to drop, things like that. But yeah, I think that's going to be the current plan unless something significantly changes that makes me deviate from this. But yeah, looking forward to bringing the read-throughs back. It's been a long, long, long time since I've done them consistently, but hopefully the drought is over and hopefully we'll be back to doing this full time. As always, I appreciate everyone's patience, while they've been kind of waiting for me to come back from hiatus, and I really do appreciate your support with everything in the meantime. So, yeah, I think that's everything I have to say. So with that said, like I said, I expect the Kaiju and Spy Family videos to drop sometime tonight, and then like I said, from here on out, I'm going to try to actually keep up with the releases weekly. I expect Yona and hopefully a Lazarus video next weekend as well, most likely dropping on Sunday, possibly dropping on Saturday night, but we'll see what happens with that. And until next time, this is Ash. Talk to you all later.